Just a short video on the Axopar 37 Iconic Edition. This Axopar 37, the current version, has been around since roughly 2020. And it's, I think, a matured boat which is nearly perfect. It is fantastic and I love it, and to be honest, I'm also thrilled about it because I own one myself, a 37 XC cross cabin with twin V10s. Fantastic boat, love it. Now there's an iconic setup. And basically that is because there's something new on the horizon. There is a replacement boat coming, but for at least until sometime model year 27, we will have this 37 in an iconic edition. And what does the iconic edition exactly mean, and what does it comprehend? What's included? Well, this actually is an iconic edition, and there are some details that you get when you order it as an iconic, which I would certainly recommend, by the way. This, for example, has the BRABUS Line edition and all the details that come with the BRABUS line. So just to mention a few, this nice BRABUS steering wheel with this BRABUS logo embossed. You have the same here on this grab rail. And there are some other badges and logos, and of course all the rails and also the window frame on the sun top. This is a sun top, by the way. You get all of these, and also the cleats powder coated in black, and the cleats also have the BRABUS logo on them. The Axopar badging on the side of the hull is black versus the normal chrome look, and there's also a BRABUS logo next to the Axopar logo on the side of the hull. So that is something you get when you order the iconic edition. Not only that, because you can of course choose the color of the color of the hull, because there's now not only the Miami blue that we used to have and the platinum gray. I have a platinum gray one, but there's two new iconic colors, and that is Glacier blue. This boat, this color is Glacier blue. And there's also iconic gray, a slightly lighter, I personally think, beautiful gray color. And of course you can still choose the upholstery. There's 4 Silvertex colors. Cobra, the orange type of color. You have the Baltic, which is a strong blue color. You have the Sandstone, which is a kind of a champagne color. And you have the Petrol, which is the gray color. Not only that, those are the 4 Silvertex upholsteries that you can choose from. But you can also have the Mediterrana setup. And with the Mediterrana setup you get some things, I'll get back to that. But you can also choose now, from 2026 on, between this new light version of the upholstery, which I personally love. It is kind of, well, close to ice white. It's really nice, beautiful, fresh. But it is, of course, a matter of taste. Or the one that I have on my boat, the slightly champagne-ish, I would call it, color, slightly brown. Also a nice color. And if you choose the Mediterrana, you of course get this fantastic sofa. Let me just swivel this backrest, because I love this setup, which just makes this a really roomy, nice social area. Also on the cross cabin, which I am using. And with the Mediterrana, you get the sun lounge in the front, you get the cushions on the fender boxes, and there are some other things, but we made videos on that too, so I won't go into all too much detail. But again, you get the BRABUS line version, you can still choose the upholstery, you get the color edition, so the side of the hull. Not only that, you get the electric roof. Let me open it up in the meantime. Still a fantastic feature on most Axopars, at least all 37s, 29s nowadays, and of course the 45. So this electric setup is also included in the iconic edition. And the roof racks, these Now a great Axopar adventure, I should say Axopar slash Joby adventure stand-up paddle package that is not included, but these roof rails, they are included. So a full package, and I personally think it is, let me close the roof in the meantime also because the sun is just shining right into my eyes. But I love this setup. I love this color scheme on this Axopar 37 Suntop. But everybody knows there's something new on the horizon. And to be honest, of course, people, when they know there's something new coming, they tend to wait. I would certainly not recommend waiting. Why am I saying that? I still love my 37. I am going to sell it. But still, there's reasons to still buy this Iconic because you get this full package with a value of roughly 15,000 euro ex VAT, 18,000 euros including Dutch VAT. You get that as a free package. So it is really worthwhile. And I know from experience that when a new model is introduced, which is slightly bigger, it usually is more expensive. And what I've heard, basically, is it can be up to 10%. And if you start calculating and add 10% for a future boat, and still make the calculation on the current 37 in this Iconic edition, deduct the 15,000 ex VAT, then there's quite a gap. It's a price difference. And this boat, again, is a very mature boat. There's really hardly anything I don't like about the boat, but please watch my other video where I do a full walkthrough on my own Axopar 37 XE cross cabin. And also, I do think it will be coming in a couple of months. It will be presented hopefully in Düsseldorf next year. But still, before the new boats are there, it takes time. So you may not even be able to have the new one next season. And this is available for sure for spring next year. At least that's how we people in the Netherlands and Belgium think about buying a boat. We want it in the beginning of the season, which is around April. So this Iconic, let me just quickly go around and show you some other things on the Mediterranean and other setups. Still love these gull wing doors, but this is a Mediterranean. Again, you can choose it without the Mediterranean. Then you don't get this extension, which by the way is very practical also because there's also a big storage underneath, which I personally use for all the covers. Really nice. But also you get this addition to just sit here and do some lounging, which most of my customers like. You get this cushion on the anchor hatch. I think the cushion on the aft sofa, if you choose the aft cabin setup, is slightly bigger than in the normal one. You get the fender box cushions. So again, I recommend the Mediterranean. There's something I'm forgetting, because this is also included in the Mediterranean setup. So you have an additional sun lounge right here in the bow, which some people really like to use. And you may want to have a quick glimpse on the inside, because this is as far as I know, a 2026 boat. I'm stepping like this because I have wet feet. Don't want to step on the wood. This boat just came from the water and has just been cleaned. But this is a 2026 setup with also the light Mediterranean in the front cabin. And you get these nice pockets right here. I like the new color which matches, makes this bow area very light, very roomy, very airy, especially with the gull wing doors open. I love the wood in the 2026 edition. These I think I don't have on my own 37, but are very practical. And this is the version where you don't have the separate toilet area, because you can also have one with I would call it milk glass window slash panel right here, so that you have a separate area for a toilet, which is located on this side, and you could even have an optional shower on that side. I prefer this one because it's a bit more roomy, airy, but yeah, it is of course personal. Most of our clients at least ordered a separate toilet area. matter of taste. Toilet is here if you choose this setup. But check out the color schemes and the color of the upholstery and of the wood. This is again a 2026 boat. Love it. There's one thing I forgot to mention. I'm thinking of about the BRABUS Line setup. There's actually a couple of things I'm forgetting. I'm realizing now. This material I think comes with the BRABUS Line setup now. That is also used on the dashboard right here. And this map pocket, you see the BRABUS logo right there. That also comes with the BRABUS Line, which again is included in the iconic edition. And again, this is the Mediterrana setup, and this sun lounge is slightly bigger as far as I know versus the standard one. I love these. These are slightly higher than on the boats which are a couple of years old. Mine are slightly lower. Also nice, but these are just bigger. So you can store fenders, lines, etc. Very practical, even though the same applies to the ones on my own boat, which are slightly smaller. This one has the twin 400 setup. If you want that, you need another option, which is the performance line. I won't go into all too much detail on that. This is like a rocket with the twin 400 V10 setup. Love it. I have the twin 350 because at the time I ordered it, the maximum horsepower allowed on the 37 was 350. We managed to get it when it was brand new and empty. We managed to get it up to 100 kilometers an hour. Incredibly fast for a nearly 13-meter long boat. And I also like it with the V8. But of course, this is just fun to have twin V10s. And they're, of course, extremely smooth. Love them. This also has the optional soft deck. Matter of taste. I didn't choose it. But still, I like it, especially now in this type of climate where you use bare feet to walk around, especially if things get wet. It's easy to clean. So also the soft deck is an interesting option, not included in the iconic or BRABUS Line edition, but it's a separate option that you could order. Well, that about the iconic edition. Again, love this Glacier blue combination with the new light Mediterrana setup, which is new for 2026. Let me know if there's anything I forgot. Happy boating. Bye.